Assalamu alaikum student, how are you? Hope that all of you are fine. Already you have spent Eid vacation. After Eid vacation, we come back our new classes, regular classes. I am Saiful Islam, lecturer of mathematics, Milestone College. Welcome all of you to my online class. Today I will discuss about exercise 3.1 of higher math. So let's start our class. Today I will discuss about exercise 3.1. So all of you open your book, page number 76. 76 number page, problem number 4. In triangle ABC, AD is the perpendicular on the side BC, while BE is the perpendicular on the side AC. Prove that BC into CD equal to AC into CE. Okay, to understand the question, to understand the theorem, at first you should draw the preferred figure by which you can understand the theorem very easily. So draw a triangle, say this is a triangle A, B, C. It's not mentioned which kind of triangle. You can draw any kind of triangle over there. Acute angle, obtuse angle, right angle triangle, any kind you can prove this. So look, AD is the perpendicular to BC. It is AD perpendicular to BC. Again, BE perpendicular to AC. So what we will prove? We will prove that BC, this side, BC into CD, this portion. So BC, I mean this side, and into this portion equal to AC, this side, into CE, this portion. Okay, we will prove this. My dear student, if you understand this theorem, at first you should know the theorem number 4, which one already I have briefed in my first lecture. Theorem number 4, what was theorem number 4? Just come back again for theorem number 4. I will just discuss little bit to understand this theorem. That one is page number 72, theorem number 4. In any triangle, the area of the square drawn on the opposite side of an acute angle is equal to the square drawn on the other sides diminished by twice the area of the rectangle included by any one of the other sides and the orthogonal projection of the other side on that side. What was it? Look, any triangle. Say this is a triangle A, B, C. I drawn an acute angle triangle. Let C is a acute angle. So what is the opposite side of C? AB is the opposite side of C. So what is the question? The square drawn on the opposite side of the acute angle, that is AB, so it will be AB square, equal to the square drawn on the other two sides. Other two sides, look, AC and CB. AC square plus BC square. That diminished, that is reduced, subtract. So we should give a minus sign over there. Twice the area of a rectangle. Twice. So 2. The area of the rectangle. So we know the area of the rectangle is length into breadth. So which one is the length of the rectangle and which one will be the breadth of the rectangle? It is mentioned over there. Look at the question again. Rectangle included by any by one of the other sides. One of the other side, that other sides is AC and BC. One of the other side, that AC or BC. So we consider BC is the other side. One length. BC is length. So what will be the breadth or height? Breadth will be the orthogonal projection of the other side. If I consider BC is the length, so other side is AC. The orthogonal projection of the AC. You know what is the orthogonal projection. If I draw a perpendicular from A to BC, say this is orthogonal projection from we draw a perpendicular AD from A to BC. So CD will be the orthogonal projection of AC. Are you clear what is orthogonal projection? If you draw any orthogonal projection, you just draw two perpendicular from the two end point of that line. Already C is coincide to BC. No need to draw any perpendicular. If I draw a perpendicular from A to BC, it will be AD. So CD, this portion is the orthogonal projection of AC. So what is the length? Length is BC, I mean this portion, and the breadth is the orthogonal projection of the other side, that is CD. This is the theorem 4. This theorem we apply on this theorem. So that's why I discuss it little bit. I hope that you have understood this and you can remember it. So let's start our proof. Okay, come. Now, particular enunciation. Just whatever it is given on the question, already it is given all the information on the question. Just that one you should write as a particular enunciation. Look, particular enunciation, let in triangle ABC, AD perpendicular BC, AD perpendicular to BC, and BE perpendicular to AC, BE perpendicular to AC. It is required to prove that BC into CD equal to AC into CE, AC into C. So now look at the proof. In triangle ABC, AD perpendicular BC. In triangle ABC, AD perpendicular to BC. If AD perpendicular to BC, what will be this angle? This angle is a right angle. So what will be this angle? It must be an acute angle. In a right angle triangle, except right angle, other angles are acute angle. Look, ACD, this is a right angle triangle. So if this is right angle, other two angle must be acute angle. So here C is a acute angle. So angle ACB is an acute angle. On the acute angle, just on theorem number 4, we apply the Pythagoras theorem on acute angle triangle, or on the behalf of acute angle. So if ACB is a acute angle, we can apply here theorem number 4. Before that, you should know what is the orthogonal projection. Look here, CD is the orthogonal projection of AC on BC. CD, this portion is the orthogonal projection of AC on BC. Look, we draw a perpendicular from A to BC. So CD will be the orthogonal projection of AC on BC. So if C is the acute angle, what is the opposite side of the C? Opposite side of the C is AB. So what is the theorem? AB square equal to the square of the opposite other two sides, that is AC square plus BC square diminished minus twice the area of the rectangle. Base into height. Base into height. Which one is the base and which one is the height? Base is other sides and height is, or length is other side. This is length and this is base, breadth. So length will be other side and breadth will be the orthogonal projection of the other sides. If I consider one side as BC, I consider the length. So breadth will be the orthogonal projection of AC. So what is the orthogonal projection of AC? That is CD. So BC into CD. This is equation number 1. Again, we can say CE is the orthogonal projection of BC on AC. CE, this portion, is the orthogonal projection of BC on AC. Look, if I draw a perpendicular over there, so this portion will be the orthogonal projection of BC on AC. Look on the theorem number 4, it is not mentioned which one will be the length and which one will be the breadth. We consider this is length, so the orthogonal projection of AC will be the breadth. Now if I consider AC is the length, so what will be the breadth? The orthogonal projection of BC will be the breadth. So what is the orthogonal projection of BC? That is CE. So we can write again the theorem like this. AB square, that is the opposite side of the acute angle, AB square equal to AC square plus BC square, AC square BC square, same, just here it will be 2 into AC into CE. Here we consider AC as base, length, AC as length, and CE, that is the orthogonal projection of BC as breadth. Here we consider BC is length and the orthogonal projection of AC is breadth. So from these two equation number 1 and 2, we can write from equation number 1 and 2 we get AC square. Look, this is AB square equal to, and this is also AB square. So these two equations are equal. These two equations we can write as equal. The right side will be equal. So AC square plus BC square minus 2BC into CD, the right side of equation 1, equal to AC square plus BC square minus 2AC into CE, the right side of the equation number 2. Now look, these two we can omit from the equation. This equation, that is AC square plus BC square, AC square plus BC square. Can we omit this from the both side of this equation? Yes, we can omit it. Now if we omit AC square plus BC square from the both side, what we will get? We will get minus 2BC into CD equal to minus 2AC into CE. Minus 2BC into CD equal to minus 2AC into CE. Now again from both sides we can omit minus 2. If we omit minus 2, it will be BC into CD and it will be AC into CE. So this is our required proof. Already we have proved this. So now student, now I will discuss question number 5. All of you just look at your book. Question number 5. In triangle ABC, the side BC is trisected at the point P and Q. Prove that AB square plus AC square equal to AP square plus AQ square plus 4PQ square. Again I told that if you understood the theorem, at first you should draw the proper figure. So look, say this is our triangle A, B, C, and it is trisected. What is trisect? Trisected means it's divided equally into 3 parts, 3 equal parts, divided into 3 equal parts. So look, P and Q, see P, Q, PQ divided is trisects. So BP is equal to PQ is equal to QC, 3 equal parts. Now join AP and join AQ. So what we will prove here? We will prove that AB square, that is this one, AB square plus AC square, that is AC, this side, equal to AP square, I mean this one, AP square plus AQ square, this one, plus 4PQ, 4PQ, that is 4PQ square, that is this portion. It will be, I will prove this. Now to prove this, at first you should know the Apollonius theorem. Can you remember Apollonius theorem? Theorem number 5. That one also I have briefed in my first lecture of this chapter. Again I discuss is to remember you. Look, page number 74, theorem number 5, Apollonius theorem. The sum of the areas of the squares drawn on any two sides of a triangle is equal to the twice the sum of the area of the square drawn on the median of the third side and on other half of the side. Look, so this is a triangle, any triangle, not only acute angle, but any triangle. But I draw acute angle because it is understood, to understand it will be easier. So this is ABC. So what is the question? The square drawn on other two sides without base that is AB and AC, AB square plus AC square, sum of the square drawn on the any two sides, and equal to, look, is equal to twice the sum of the area of the squares drawn on the median. So twice the sum of the drawn on the square drawn on the median. So what is the median? Say this is the median, AP or AD. So it will be AD square, and median of the third side, and on the other half of that side, other half, BD and CD are equal, because we know the median bisect the base into two equal parts. So here BD and CD is equal. Any one you can take over there, BD is square. This is the Apollonius theorem. Again I repeat, the sum of the square drawn of any two sides, I consider AB and AC as any two sides. So AB square plus AC square is equal to twice the sum of the area square drawn on median, that is AD square, and other half, one half of the base, that is BD. You can say CD, BD or CD is anyone. So this is Apollonius theorem. We will apply this Apollonius theorem on this theorem. So let's start our proof. Okay, now the particular enunciation. Look, particular enunciation, just what it has given on the question, just write on that portion. Given in triangle ABC, base BC trisected at the point P and Q. Base BC trisected at the point P and Q. Here join AP and AQ, join AQ. It is required to prove that AB square this side plus AC square this side equal to AB square plus AQ square, AP square plus AQ square plus 4PQ square, this portion. So let's start the proof. In triangle ABQ, look, at first we consider triangle ABQ, this portion. This is a triangle. At first we consider this triangle. Look, BP equal to PQ, because this is trisected. All the portion, all the three parts are equal. So BP and PQ are equal. If BP and PQ are equal, we can say AP is the median of this triangle ABQ, and AP is the median of this triangle, because it's divided into two equal parts, BP equal to PQ. So if it is a median, so what will be the Apollonius theorem for triangle ABQ? The sum of the area of the square drawn on the any two sides. So here consider any two sides AB and AQ. So AB square plus AQ square equal to twice the area of the sum of the area of the square drawn on the median. Median is AP. So AP square and one half of the base, because these two are equal, BP and PQ are equal. So you can take any one. Here I take PQ, so PQ square. Now divide, multiply this as by 2. We will get AB square plus AQ square equal to 2 AP square plus 2 PQ square. This is equation number 1. Again in triangle APC, look, APC, this triangle. In this triangle, PC is the base, PC is the base, and Q bisect the base PC into two equal parts. So we can say AQ is the median for this triangle APC. AQ is the median. So here we also can apply the Apollonius theorem. That is the sum of the any two sides. So what is the any two sides? AP and AC. So AP square plus AC square equal to twice the sum of the area drawn on the median. What is the median? AQ is the median. So median plus any half of the base, So what is the base? PC. So we can say PQ or QC. Here I say I take PQ. On the both equation by both triangle I take PQ. It is a technical side because we need to prove 4PQ square. That's why on two equation we say take here PQ. You can take any one, but here you should take PQ. So again multiply this. AP square plus AC square equal to 2AQ square plus 2PQ square. This is equation number 2. Now add these two equations. By adding equation 1 and 2 we get AB square plus AQ square, that is this portion. AP square plus AC square, that is the left side of the equation 2. 2AP square plus 2PQ square, right side of the equation 2. Equation 1. 2AQ square plus 2PQ square, that is right side the equation of 2. Now this AQ square and this AP square, we will transfer this into right side. So it remains AB square plus AC square equal to 2AP square, 2AQ square and 4PQ. Look, there's 2PQ square and there is 2PQ square. It will be 4PQ square, and minus AP square, that is this one. It was plus AP, and when you transfer it, it will be minus AP square. Similarly, AQ will be minus AQ square. So it is AB square plus AC square equal to 2AP square minus AP square. It will be only AP square. Similarly, 2AQ square minus AQ square, it will be only AQ square plus 4PQ. This is our required proof. So we have proved this also. Okay student, now question number 6. This is last question for this lecture. In triangle ABC, AB equal to AC, P is the point on BC. Prove that AB square minus AC square equal to BP into PC. So again draw the proper figure for this. Look here, AB equal to AC, two sides are equal. So this is a isosceles triangle. So this is a triangle ABC where AB equal to AC. These two sides are equal, and P is a point on it. Anywhere P is the point on the base BC. Anywhere you can take this. So join AP. What we will prove? We will prove that AB square, this is AB square minus AP square equal to BP, this portion BP, into PC, this portion, the remaining portion of the base PC. We will prove this. So let's start the proof. Now student, at first particular annexation. Look, given in triangle ABC, AB equal to AC and P is a point on BC. P is a point on BC. Join AP. We will join AP. So it is required to prove that AB square minus AP square equal to BP into BC. We will prove that. Now look, here we need a extra drawing, that is construction. We need a line. Look, construction, draw a perpendicular AD on BC. We draw a perpendicular AD on BC. This is a construction. You should write it as an extra line. Now the proof. Look, since AB equal to AC, it is given on the question AB equal to AC. So AB equal to AC and AD perpendicular BC. AD perpendicular BC, already we drawn AD as a perpendicular to BC. So if this is a isosceles triangle and AD is the perpendicular, So AD must be the median of this triangle ABC. AD must be the median of this triangle ABC. So D is the midpoint of the base BC. D is the midpoint of the line BC. So we can say BD equal to CD. BD equal to CD. These portions are equal. Now in right angle triangle ABD, look, ABD, this portion ABD, this is right angle triangle. Here we can apply the Pythagoras theorem, that is AB square hypotenuse. This is right angle and AB should be hypotenuse. AB square equal to AD square plus BD square. This is equation number 1. Again, in right angle triangle APD, that is APD, this is small triangle, this is also a right angle triangle and D is the right angle, so AP will be the hypotenuse over there. So AP square equal to AD square plus PD square, that is equation number 2. Now we subtract these two equations. Why will subtract? Because it is, we will prove this AB square minus AP square. AB square minus AP square. So we need to subtract here. So subtract this AB square minus AP square equal to AD square plus BD square, AD square plus BD square minus AD square minus PD square. But look, this AD and AD square minus AD square, we can cancel it. It remains BD square minus PD square. Look, this is A square minus B square. We can apply here the formula A square minus B square, that is A plus B into A minus B. I mean BD plus PD, BD minus PD. So look, BD equal to CD. Can I write? I already write over there. BD equal to CD. So we can write here BD equal to CD. PD remain nonsense. But BD minus PD. Look at the figure again. BD minus PD. From BD, if we subtract PD, what it remain? It remain BP. What it remain? BP. So we can write over there BP. Now come CD plus PD. CD, this portion, plus PD, this portion. So what it will be? It will be CP. It will be CP. So CP means PC. You can write any one, CP or PC. We write over there PC. So PC into BP. So we can write AB square minus AP square equal to BP square into PC square. BP I write first and PC later, because we will prove BP into PC. So this is our required proof. So student, hope that all of you understood my lecture, and I will hope that all of you will practice this theorem at your home. Please practice more and more. You should just practice at your home so that you can do it very easily. Otherwise you can't do it. Hope that all of you stay home and stay safe. Allah Hafiz. See you again in my next lecture.